We got episode 19 of the boxing break. End of year boxing wrap up.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to
We
y'all.
said it in the podcast too. Thank you, boxing, for 2023 and giving at least me. I know Zay has a deeper boxing knowledge than me, but my best boxing year of my adulthood life. You feel me? As an adult, I don't remember a year better than this. Like, or maybe I'm just in a point in life where I could watch everything so I could digest it more. But it's like, this was a great year.
Definitively say that off the
There was
cuff,
some
but there
really
was some good fights this year.
I'm gonna go back and I think it might be fun to kind of just do some previous year recaps. Not all the years at once. I think I really want to do that because there was some really good years. As a recent memory, yes, this year was crazy.
2023 was
so
like that,
I could understand why, like, just off the top of your head, because we
got almost everything we wanted.
Yeah, we got some years that was kind of fugazi for a lot for a good while. But this year was definitely flames, yo. So we want to give a lot of salute to this year, man.
Thank you, boxing.
And I got an idea for the next one we do. Now that I think about it, some end of the year stuff. Even though this is the last
top
one for
fights.
this year, we might drop something.
I wish I would have thought about that.
We should have done our top 3 fights. Yeah, that would have been cool.
We always, doing what we do. It's a lot happening.
Adjusting, maneuvering, making
Christmas,
stuff happen.
It's a lot happening. And
Facts.
got more. We do more than one show now. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I want to start it off. Because where we from. Tank went back and bought the block. You feel me?
I respect it.
Allegedly, some stuff happened long after, but regardless, I don't even want to highlight that.
Me neither.
Yeah, haters can't stop motion.
I want to highlight going out there and just making the move, and he's supposed to.
That's the maturation of a man, yo. He growing up, cause like Tank, we already know what kind of circumstances he overcame. In the beginning, he was kind of rough around the edges, but he's legit a real full all around superstar now. Like, yo, he knows how to conduct himself. He doing good stuff. Keep being great, bro. I love that.
Just keep growing and keep winning. And like I said, if you keep whoever, I don't know if it was his idea, someone else's, or it was a joint thing, but like taking those steps to help, like buying the block. Like literally people talk about that, but he went and bought the block. You feel me?
Yeah.
And going to improve it and stuff like that. And hopefully it sets an example for some of these other dudes. Of course, they buy real estate allegedly and all this and all of that. But we hear about all the cars and chains and watches and blah 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 blah. Salute to them for getting what they getting, whatever. But hopefully it's encouraging people. Hey, let me go reinvest, and not necessarily just it's cool to come to these neighborhoods and give out stuff and do drives and any of that type of stuff. That's phenomenal. Keep doing that stuff, but also like buying the block, man, getting real estate, really doing some meaningful things. Maybe I toss an idea out there, just buying a warehouse type of joint and making it like a art center and stuff like kids. Just stuff like that is really good. Of course, if you get involved with your city and y'all can do recreational centers. That's one of the older. But yeah, just keep doing that. So I love it. Definitely start this off with highlighting that.
Facts.
Something real positive that didn't require anybody throwing fists or any of that type of stuff. So he from where we are.
Baltimore, yeah. And people from Baltimore, if you really know where Tank is from, like he ain't have it easy, and to come back and put money into his neighborhood is very honorable. Like
and
you
to
said,
be
bro.
presenting there, like just for him to be standing there himself from the product of his environment, giving back, hopefully providing a better community for the new youth coming up in that environment.
Very respectable.
For that youth, super inspiration.
Facts.
Wow,
he's so big right now, like in the scene in boxing and across.
He's the biggest thing boxing out of Baltimore.
Yeah, ever.
Tank is the biggest Baltimore athlete.
I seen Rockmore. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget. I was in middle school when that happened.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Tank bigger than him now, but that fight was crazy when he won. But Tank bigger than him now.
Yeah, but and like I don't know, but I haven't heard him speak about it. But maybe he helped inspire him as well. You know what I mean? Just we'd like to see that. So who's the next person from Baltimore? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and keep building up and keep putting back in. So yeah, just want to highlight that
for sure.
Now we got to get into a subject that
painful
we don't want to get into, but we're not like
we're not fake fans.
Yeah, we're not super fanboys of just the boxers, so we know how to talk about these things and not get hyper emotional. But we got a lot of respect and love, at least from the distance, for Deontay Wilder. He went out there and
it's been a while. It's been a long time. How long had it been since he fought though? Before that fight. It's been a while.
I never thought he would lose to Parker. I was thinking about the next fight.
My thing is this, and we spoke about this. these PBC fighters. Now I think he stepped away for this fight because he really wanted to get to the Joshua fight. So he was trying to do anything he can to get that fight. And another roadblock was put up instead of them just fighting now. And what's so crazy, I'm gonna get into that in a second because I'm like, matter of fact, I'll talk about it now. The way Wilder looked, I know there was some celebrating that he lost to Parker on those teams. I've seen some of the stuff, but it's like, if I'm Anthony Joshua, I gotta feel some type of way. Like, it's taking my glory away. Why couldn't I be that guy? Because the way both of them looked on those nights, he probably might have been able to get Deontay Wilder that night. Unless his head movement, he really didn't slide out of that. Because Joseph Parker does have better head movement and footwork.
Right.
So he might have got caught with one of them, but who knows? Wilder's hands just couldn't let go. That could have been the night that Anthony Joshua got him.
Yeah.
And you could have been here talking all of this. It could have been crazy. I mean, but that's how the game goes.
Yeah, we gotta keep it real. Yeah.
This could have been his chance.
It could have been his
after
night.
all that dodging and supreme matrix that he was doing from this fight from the beginning. This could have actually been a chance for him to do something and potentially beat him.
Yeah.
Based upon how they looked.
And then he could have carried. He could say no rematch. If he would have won, like you once you win, you can do what you want to do.
Exactly.
Honestly, and the way Wilder was looking, he just didn't. He was there to be had that night.
Yeah.
Because listen.
I didn't see it, but I saw the highlights. It looked bad.
Parker 3 to 4 years ago, for sure. No. And I always thought he was a really solid fighter. Like, he was never a bum.
I think you said that about him before the fight, like last episode.
I said that's
this
a weird.
is not an easy fight.
It's a weird fight,
Yeah.
especially when you have been inactive.
Yeah.
And you're getting older.
Exactly.
That's not good.
And this is what I wanted to
stay
allude
out
to.
of the ring, yo.
The PBC fighters, man. We've seen it. These dudes be inactive and they go in there and either get slapped up or just look
or get in trouble.
That's because
active
That's because they
fighters.
pad their stats fighting people that's not that
three-
good.
it's
And
three of
then
them
when they
options.
fight somebody,
Even when they
that's
fight
decent,
good
they get beat
fighters,
up.
no, because sometimes they just be fighting good fighters, but they fighting so infrequent.
Yeah.
It's not Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, you can't fight every other year.
And
You
Deontay
cold
Wilder
every
is
year.
a rhythm, because he's not a great technical boxer or has excellent footwork. He's the type of person, his hands got to be constantly, and his muscle memory has to be in motion in actual fights, because his thing is to line you up, and he's really there to get you with a 1-2 or one big shot. If you're off and your whole trick bag ain't super crazy, and you just can't get that shot, you're stuck.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
Yeah.
And that's why this fight was like, it's crazy that this would be the style of fighter that he would be put in after. Because I think after the Fury fight, for like the last 2.5 or 3 years, something like that, roughly, he's only fought like once, and it was one round
Yeah.
against the ladies.
Oh yeah, that
he
knockout.
hasn't
Yeah,
been
I
fighting.
forgot all about
telling
that.
him,
I can't
layoff
even
is
remember
wild,
the last
man.
fight.
Wild
before.
layoffs.
Yeah.
You can't do that and be fighting world-class fighters. And if I'm not mistaken, Joseph Parker fought 3 times, I think, this year. If I'm not mistaken.
So he warmed
It's
up.
a lot for, yes.
Yeah, he ready to fight.
They had a good game plan. They've already seen, there's a game plan that's been set out there. And they worked to it, and they worked with it. And he didn't do nothing spectacular. He had that one round where he cracked him and was hitting him with some combos. But other than that, it wasn't spectacular.
Right.
He just went in there and did what he had to do to get the victory. And salute to him for that. But it does suck because I really am like, dang, Parker wouldn't have beat him a few years ago. But that's the name of the game, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Part of it is
Yeah.
Wilder's dead team, whatever's going on from the top. Also, he's kind of alluded to it. He's feeling good and happy, and he made a lot of money and did a lot of stuff, man. Whenever he traveled, people love him and all that. You start to feel, you get a little comfortable. He's spoken about that. Like, so he hasn't spoken about retirement. People said he should retire.
I don't
Why
like that
should
yet.
he?
Not this early.
What you think
I don't
about
like that.
Jared Anderson and Wilder?
That's a good fight. But honestly, Jared Anderson is young and hungry, and if you don't get caught, that's another tricky fight. I think you got
That'd be tough for Wilder.
You got to get in there with somebody who you're not going to knock out in one round. But, his power's so strong, you never know when that can happen.
Yes.
But,
No,
a
that
tougher test-
motherfucker Jared. I'm sorry.
No,
that guy Jared Anderson got a good chin, bro. That one, that what was his name? Frank Martin or Frank Martin?
Charles Martin.
Charles Martin,
Yeah.
bro. He was getting tagged in that fight, bro. And he still stayed up and kept fighting, so he could take a
Yeah, he can take a
vet's
solid
punch.
shot.
I mean,
But not
Martin
Wilder.
and
Nobody's
That's
getting-
what I was about to say.
nobody's
The power
taking a clean
differences.
Wilder
You know
shot.
what I mean? Like
But Charles hit
That's
with some
what I'm
clean.
saying.
And Charles got power, but Wilder hit you with a clean.
Hit you with one of them nuclear
Like,
bombs.
yeah. So, but
Bomb squad.
The right
bro.
is right.
It's the right, man.
The left, I
Nuclear
don't
bomb,
know.
bro.
You could,
The
you
left
could
is
get off of that.
okay. I wish they
Nah,
would
that
work
left
more
looked
on
sketchy
that.
in the highlights I was watching. I'm like, bro,
Like I said, everything was sketchy in that
because he
fight.
like throwing like the
Everything.
hardest shot, and then like when he get at a weird angle,
I
where
could
it's
tell
like,
about
I'm like,
3
he can't
rounds
even throw
in.
his
I
left.
was like, he ain't got it tonight.
Yeah.
It don't take long. Really, like the
Where were they fighting? It was across the pond.
They
Right?
were fighting in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's across the ocean.
Super pond. Yeah. Got you.
The big part, but it was it's one of those things that happened. One of the things I heard was somebody made a good suggestion because Daniel Dubois had a good comeback. Wilder should have probably fought to get some rounds in and get some motion. And what's the name? They have bad blood. The other big baby, Jarrell Miller.
Okay.
I have him winning that fight. I have him getting through the fight ugly, even though he should be much better than him. And them like going, whoa, we need to readjust and get.
you.
I think that fight would have been a much
The
better
tune-up
fight.
fight.
But Eddie Hearn and everybody on that side, they've done a number on how to finesse around that Wilder Joshua fight. I'm gonna keep it real. I know a lot of people won't want to hear it, but Eddie Hearn and that team and everybody, they ran circles around Al Heyman and the PBC and all of them. As far as when it comes to that fight, I'm gonna keep it 1,000% honest.
Yeah.
They've outlasted, they've outwitted, they've outdone this. And the very first thing I'm gonna say this: Deontay Wilder. I mean, keep it real. Some people don't like hearing this stuff. The people that really be in the boxing stuff behind. But Al Heyman let Deontay Wilder down. When Deontay Wilder had the WBC title, Charles Martin had one. The belts was kind of spread around. They had an opportunity to fight Charles Martin to get the second belt, and then Joshua would have had 2, Wilder would have had it 2. At some point, they would have gonna have to fight. Or it'd have been the ducking would have been so unreal. But they allowed Charles Martin to fight Anthony Joshua to get 3 belts, and that's when the whole leverage game started being played. If they should have overpaid for that for their company, because becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion, a knockout artist, is going to make you so much money and take you places. I don't understand how they didn't just get the deal done. Get the deal, overpay whatever you feel. Just get the deal done. When that happened,
it's because one party didn't want to fight.
when that happened, though, they started doing everything to we got 3, but he don't make this, he don't make that. We have all the rights, and that's what ruined the fight.
Leverage.
So I know a lot of people like to have this whole thing that he didn't. I can just tell you one thing. I'm not here to argue who did what and what, but as the legacy, it looks like this fight is never going to happen. And as the legacy goes down for the overall fight between them that may never happen, possibly, it looks like it won't happen. I just know one thing. That if you were a fan of either fighter, the Wilder fans were begging for that fight. And whenever you asked a lot of the Anthony Joshua fans, they gave reasons why the fight shouldn't happen. And I'm going to leave it at that. That's the legacy of that to me. And that tells you a lot of things you want to know. As much
Boxing
as
knowledge.
somebody going to be mad, but that's the fact.
Yeah.
Every Wilder fan was pleading for the fight.
Yeah.
And a large portion of the Anthony Joshua fight, he make more money. He got more belts. He's chasing. I heard every excuse in the book. So
Yeah.
to me, that's the legacy of how I'm going to view that event that never.
That's why we
that
don't
never
rock
happened.
with Anthony Joshua.
So it is what it is.
Period.
But I'm going to get on to some fights that did happen.
Yeah,
There's a fight that happened before the fight that we're going to talk about last that caught. Me and Mike saw it. Rich Jazz
give
came
me
in
some.
after.
That was a crazy fight, bro.
I want to say the names. I don't know. I'm probably gonna butcher it to a little bit, but I'm gonna try my best. Because I wasn't tapped in like that.
Yeah. Honestly, this fight is gonna have the boxing break tap into the Japanese boxing circuit
even more
heavily
because we know in a little
like
bit.
we
but
know
yeah.
we know Inoue, we know the real popular guys, but this fight was amazing.
One of them was a rising star, but is it possible fight of the year? I just want to say that
It's possible fight of the year.
there's a lot of good fights, but
Nah, this was
It's
crazy.
not recency bias.
Well, I will get you this.
no, I'm saying this up. I'm not declaring it.
Okay.
But it's got to be this.
It's
fight.
up there. This
the
was
only
a-
thing that
an
stopped it from
entertaining
possibly
fight.
being definitive is one of the guys didn't get knocked down.
Yeah,
the other
guy
one
got
been
knocked
knocked
down
down.
four
But I'm gonna
times.
say the name, get into it though. So I think it's Sae Tatsumi versus Kazuki Anaguchi or whatever.
Anaguchi. Oh yeah, it was.
I was saying it smooth earlier.
Sasumi versus Anaguchi.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Like
we recorded an episode before this. Yes.
Fire.
Sasumi Anaguchi.
Matter of fact, you gotta leave immediately after. All right, never mind. I was gonna cut on that fight because I'm like, you gotta see that.
Get up out of here.
Man, Sasumi wound up getting the win, but it wasn't easy. This fight was weird because Anaguchi.
He was winning the first 3 rounds.
All right, so when the fight first starts, I'm like, okay, they're both really, like, they're good fighters. I was like, this is going to be a good fight. You could tell early. You watching the box, you could tell the skill level. You could tell, you're like, okay. His timing was better. He was a little bit sharper. Suzumi was doing some good stuff, but it was looking like, okay, Hamaguchi's going to kind of, there's going to be some swing rounds probably, but he's probably going to separate himself. I mean, just the rhythm, the timing, he was keeping good distance. But he cut Suzumi in like the second or third round.
It was third round.
The third round.
Cut his eye. That joint was nasty.
And it looks like Suzumi got more focused.
It was off a punch.
The next
or was a headbutt.
No, it was clean. It was clean. And
they was doing a lot of these though.
It was a lot of
the shoulder,
Hamaguchi
like,
mainly was the one. A lot of
away.
forearms.
Yeah.
The ref wasn't calling it at all.
It was fire. It was a real fight.
At all. It was good. It was good. It was excellent. And the fourth round, Suzumi put him down.
Damn.
As it looked like he was going to walk away with the fight.
Bro, he was getting the body shots, like 37 body shots in one
he would
joint.
get a nice, good overhand.
Overhand right and crack him. Like, yeah, he's down.
Combo with
Sat him down.
Biscuit.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
So every time it got rough and rugged, and then it was weird because, like, you feel like Hamaguchi was winning the majority of the round.
I liked red
rounds.
hair. Red hair, he was really staying off of him, straight jabbing him, getting his distance.
Every time Suzumi would look like he was going to be cooked or he might get knocked down, locked back in. I got so much respect
a mean
for
right.
Rich. The cut he had was nasty.
Rich.
It could have been stopped. Honestly, it could have been stopped. They gave him a white knee. Yeah,
they had to close it back to like get it to where they could stitch it.
They just kept sticking the gauze in there.
You gotta put that up in there.
It was bad, but
damn.
So it's going on.
His shorts was bloody from how bad his eye was.
Good back and forth, but Hamaguchi controlled a couple rounds, and then I think it might have been the 7th. He got knocked down again after it looked like he was kind of going to pull away again. Didn't happen. Then he had kind of a swing, a comeback round like the 8th. And I told Mike, I said, Mike.
See, the issue was Hamaguchi's power wasn't phasing.
It was
bro.
cool.
He just kept coming forward like, yo, I'm ready.
He was being bothered, but it wasn't like he wasn't shook.
Gotcha.
And when he was coming back and when he was having a good 8th round, I was like, what's the name? Every time he had a good round, that next round, he started putting hands on him. And once again, I called him before I said, he going to knock him down in the next round.
And he was beating his body the whole fight. Yeah,
knocked him
so
down
it was
in the
like,
next round again.
Him.
Wow. Had him rethinking life again. Then they get to the last round.
This might be the craziest last
round.
No,
I think the 8th round might have been the craziest one. Because the 10th
was crazy too, though.
The 10th was crazy, and it looked like Hamaguchi walking again. He looked like he's going to pull away with the victory. And then at the end, he had landed a little. Suzumi landed a good shot, and I was like, even though it was 20 seconds, I was like, he lined him up pretty well there. I said, if he get another one, he might sit him down one more time. I don't know, maybe another 6-7 seconds. Bow, bow. And this was crazy. We're going to talk about how this fight was ended. We was nervous.
Man, that was scary, bro.
I spoke to Rich. We spoke prior, but to lay it down, he got caught. Tazumi hit him
shot twice.
Temple shot on Hamaguchi's right side, and then another temple shot on his left side.
Shook the brain crazy.
Yes, and then he
fell and hit his head.
Knees first, face planted onto the ground. I didn't think he was gonna get it because he looked like he was out cold. He
got back up.
Somehow he got up, but when he got up,
he was like Brad Pitt on Snatch when he swam out the water, yo, in the knockdown, yo.
Yeah, yes. It was crazy. It was crazy. And next thing we know, like the fight is over, and you just kind of, it went all 10 technically.
That was scary.
But we looked, and he's in the against the ropes, heading to the corner.
He looked like an NPC on a video game.
Like he was glitching. He kept his body was twitching. He just kept running into the rope, and they were and they were holding him up.
And then they was holding him though, but he was like shaking on some like weird stuff. I'm like, bro, he having brain problems.
Brain made contact to each side.
So we're gonna keep on. Yeah, it was bad.
Prayers up for him, yo.
The combo was bad.
Yeah,
including the hitting the ground. So hopefully everything is okay. I tried to look and see how he was doing. I didn't see anything bad. But some of these things get real. Unfortunately, we had a bad year. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So things things can linger. We hope he's okay because
Yeah,
he's
that
a
was
really.
crazy.
I want to see him fight again, man. Like I want to see. I'm going to watch both of those guys fight again.
Facts.
I would like a rematch, of course, because it's rematch worthy. But just hopefully his health is good and everything like that.
That was on
You would
that.
watch a rematch, right?
YouTube.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Y'all looked on that on
No, it was
ESPN.
ESPN Plus.
All right.
Yeah. So that was an excellent
Main
fight.
card.
I
So you gotta get to the main
I
card.
might
Two
look it up
warriors.
later and watch it myself.
You should.
No,
Two
you
warriors.
definitely should. It's the fight right
Two
before
warriors.
Inoue.
Yes,
I probably will
excellent,
tomorrow.
excellent fight.
This
Tomorrow
was
morning.
like one of the greatest fights I saw this year.
Yeah, I don't have.
Yeah,
much
it was
to
definitely
do
one of the best fights this year. And the only thing that stopped it definitely for, like I said, being necessarily lock fight of the year is
The 4 knockdowns and no
Amaguchi
knockdowns.
never knocked Suzumi down. If he would have knocked
But he
down,
stayed competitive. Like every
even
time
one-
he get knocked out,
yeah.
he'd come back
Even
and like
one
be
time,
competitive.
I think that would have completely pushed over the edge.
I just think his power wasn't there though. Like not like how Susume's was.
Well, the other man was just determined sometimes. Sometimes,
True.
because he looked like he was going to get knocked down a few times, and he just kept fighting through.
I think Yoda got that walked into the corner like an NPC. Like bro, he just had a different level of heart. He had been out of that fight because he
that
was
was crazy.
beating his body bad,
Yeah.
bro. Like it was some like flurries where he like this just going crazy on his body. I'm like he's got to be hurting right now.
Salute to them gentlemen for putting a great fight, being
Excellent
warriors.
fight.
Like y'all said, man, that might draw us in. We gonna leave the other jump.
No, we on the jet.
I like how they been.
We on the
I
jet.
like
we
how-
so
I like
Man,
heavy.
talk to us, man. Hit the comments. Let us know who we need to watch.
Yeah,
for.
let us know who we need to
Please,
keep
yeah.
an eye out for, man.
Yeah.
Y'all can translate it and all that, man. Like, get us in there, man. We need to be tapped all the way in.
Yeah, and of course the last fight of the night, Monster Inoue versus
Inoue.
Marlon Tapales.
Tamales, yo, first
Undisputed.
off, you a goon. For Undisputed,
and
yeah.
Inoue, yeah.
Solid
Tamales is a goon, though.
He was tough.
He was throwing hands, but
he
that
was in
power
there
was
with-
too much.
The monster.
Yeah,
Like
the
I said.
monster. That's
The
one.
monster is
that's one of my
crazy.
favorite fighters. Right
He
now,
is
man.
nice, yo. Yeah.
He never. I tell. Have we ever seen him smile?
No. He always looks clean.
He's ready.
He always looks clean. He's
Yeah,
like one of those
focus.
anime villains that's like, yo, he would be in just a suit and he never looks like he got in a fight, but he's secretly the best boxer.
Got hands though.
Yes.
Yeah, like bro.
And listen, the Tamales, he came in there to fight.
He was landing
and you can
shots.
tell, good fighter. You know, he understood the moments for Undisputed and against one of the best, if not the best, fighter in the sport. By most, I mean, I don't listen.
And
Yeah.
sidebar, we want to see Tamales and Susume, yo.
Isn't
That
it
would be the one.
Tamales? I don't want to keep calling.
'Cause I'm
it
not sure which
tamales.
weight.
I don't know.
We're gonna check it
it's-
out.
it's-
Yeah, that's a,
bad.
that's a Spanish
What?
dessert food, isn't it? It's
What?
Tapales, right? Isn't
No,
it?
it's I said tamales.
Y'all calling them tamales,
Oh my
bro. That's
bad. Yo,
crazy.
please forgive
No
me.
disrespect.
Please,
I called
forgive
it
me.
twice. I was like, I can't
Please
keep doing it, yo. We can't keep
forgive
doing
me.
it.
What is it?
Tamales.
Tamales.
And I know it's
Tamales.
tamales the whole
Oh.
time. I don't
My
know
bad.
why.
It's
easy to do.
He's
That
not
was
even
no disrespect.
Hispanic.
That was no
I must have been
disrespect.
thinking, I must be hungry. I am a little hungry. Right
But
Yeah,
to
Salute to him.
Tamales,
He did-
I made
he did-
buffalo chicken
I ain't gonna
tenders
lie.
and rice, yo.
Tamales good though.
I ain't gonna lie. He turned the food at the end of the fight, respectfully, yo. Yo, he's in there with this is becoming an all-time great fighter. We gotta give him his credit.
He be
Listen,
beating people up.
is he the best fighter in the world? I don't know. Because honestly, I think we all would say Bud right now. And the reason I would give Bud the edge, I just think his jab is better.
I got
that
that.
jab is hard to get around than the hooks and the what's the name. But it's
Yeah,
1A and
power.
1B
Inoue's power
in
is
combinations.
It be
Inoue's
but
power in
I saw
combinations.
Inoue in shots
Combination,
where
footwork.
Tapales had
Head
his hands
movement.
like this, and he hit your arms twice, and you
Chin.
go all the way
He
back
took some
to the
shots
He
in
took
that
some
fight.
shots.
Tapales was
Tapales
hitting him.
counter punching was pretty good at times. His body shots were good. He rocked Inoue at one
Yeah,
point.
he
rocked him.
Midway
He rocked
through
him
the
a couple
fight.
times.
Yeah, and Inoue, you could tell he woke up, readjusted, reset, and kept the game plan. They came in very focused. Inoue's tough, man, because we always talk about we don't understand how he don't hurt his hands,
Right.
Because it feels like every punch he throws is
Thunderous
a power
shots
shot
to
man.
the forehead. I don't know how he's.
And he
not
hits all
breaking
parts of
hands.
your body.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, man, you get hit in the top of the head, the arm, like
don't
something
care.
should hurt your hands at some point.
He might be like Jean-Claude Van Damme on the Kickboxer, where he was just kicking a tree. He just probably be hitting something
But
real
John
hard.
Wick, when he kept punching
Punching
John
something
Wick
real
4, when
hard.
he kept
Oh,
punching in the
boom.
wood. Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. He got to be doing something to like make
Was
his
that-
hands
what was
harder.
that, Kill Bill when they were doing.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. They had to
close the
keep
joint.
hitting. Yeah.
Keep
Till your
doing the-
knuckles start bleeding.
Help
The
to
1
get
inch
out-
punch, I think
Help
is
to
what they
get out
call
the
that.
ground, yo.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the coldest scenes ever, yo.
Crazy.
That is fire.
But
Dug
yeah, like
herself out the grave. Oh my bad.
no, you good. Inoue, man, like the combination, the speed, the angles, the the footwork, and it's not like always fast.
And both of their
It's
footwork
just-
was good for low key. Like both of them
But
could
that's
really
what
fight.
makes Inoue, like you saying,
Yeah.
so
He's
scary.
tough.
You know what I mean?
Nobody around-
Inoue beat him up like that because he was taking it to his body the whole time, bro. Like he was beating his body. Like some of them rounds, I'm like, I know he has to feel it. Like when he kept psyching himself, hitting himself up, hitting his sides.
That's
I'm
a
like,
clear
I
sign.
know that hurt. I'm like, bro, said
That's
bomb,
a clear sign that
bomb,
shit hurt.
bomb.
Like I said,
I'm like, yo, he beating his.
the shot that ended it, it was a good shot, but it wasn't like a wow, he caught him with some wild, crazy, all-time knockout. It just looked like attrition, man. It just wore. And that's what he does to people if he don't knock you out clean. And then he just beats you down.
Yeah,
dog.
in that
Like,
last
jeez.
round, it was literally he hit him with the 1-1-2, 1-2, and that
Yeah.
was it. And,
It
that,
was
and
straight
like you
right,
said,
yeah.
you could tell it was him. He was just tired.
Worn out. He was worn
You know
out.
what I mean,
bro.
it was a lot of damage he took. He got knocked down in the fourth round, I believe that was. When did he
Somewhere
get knocked
around
down
there.
in that
Somewhere
first
around
time?
there, yeah.
I think that was the fourth
Yeah,
round.
yeah.
He might have got another one before that last one too. That was the only two. It was only two knockdowns, right?
Mike, I don't know.
Can't remember distinctly. And y'all
I'm gonna
might
watch it.
hit
I'm
us in
actually
the
watching it
comments.
again.
I think it was two. So if it was,
Yeah,
then
it
it
was
was
two.
that fourth round and the last
Yeah.
round, which is the 10th round or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
But some of them rounds he was getting beat up, but he
Oh,
kind of evened it out in like the.
He
I
never
think it was the
evened it
eighth
out.
and
He
ninth.
just was.
No, the eighth and ninth,
just
he
would
kept
give
it
a nice
competitive where he
comeback.
didn't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
hurt.
yeah, yeah.
Basically,
He never
didn't
looked.
get
Yeah,
hurt.
he never
Yeah,
looked like
yeah.
he was.
He didn't
like,
lay down.
Exactly.
He got beat
Exactly.
up.
Never looked
Got beat
discouraged.
up.
He definitely
he
got
kept trying
the
to
pause
stick
put
with
on him.
Yeah, nobody
sure.
around that, man. What is it? They at 122 now, right? Like, he should be able to go up to featherweight, and I don't see anybody at featherweight.
Maybe your boy Susume might be the only one that could stay in there because he took the eye gash
I don't think.
and the getting
I think
thrashed.
it'd be an excellent fight, but I don't.
The thunderous punches, is
Bro,
what does
I ain't gonna lie. What he was doing,
He hits
getting inside
hard.
and getting
It's
chippy.
extremely.
I'ma say it now.
I'll be grabbing my ribs when people get hit.
I'ma say it now, yo. Your boy Susume is the Timothy Bradley of that weight division, yo. The way he fights is exactly Timothy Bradley, yo.
Nah, Timmy had a little more bounce at times, and they're different fighters. A little bit. It's like, but I know what you're trying. I know
In
where you're
the
coming from.
telephone
I know
booth,
what you're coming from.
chippy,
Toughness,
But he
maybe?
be rocking you
still
more than Timmy,
defense,
though.
offense.
He got a little more pop at his division more than Timmy though. I'm gonna give him that much because
Yeah.
there was some fights in there. Oh shoot, it is. Yeah, it's bantamweight. Listen, Inouye's gonna stop him. He's gonna stop him bad, but it would be a fun fight. But I want to see the rematch
Yeah.
before any of that happened. I want to see the rematch. It deserves to have a rematch. You just gotta make sure your health is fine.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so
Yeah. Boxing break.
great way to end the great way to end the year with
Yeah, man. Happy
with a
New
couple
Year to
fights.
y'all
Yeah,
again,
Happy
bro.
You're
New
doing
Year.
great stuff.
Thank y'all for
Keep
supporting
doing
us
it.
so
Boxing
far.
Hit us with the
fans.
good fights next year. We gonna be
Yeah.
here with it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Tap in.